What is it like playing golf with some of Taylormade's most expensive irons ever? Let's find out, and let's do it now. Yeah, however expensive they are, don't think I'm going to tee off with an 8 iron. No. I've got a 4 iron. Still needs to be a big 4 iron. Oh, it is as well. Hi everyone, James Robinson here. If you're new to the channel and this is your very first time watching my content, first of all, welcome to the channel. Second of all, please make sure you don't leave before you do consider hitting that subscribe button before you leave. And while you're down there, make sure you give the notification bell a ring. That way you won't miss any of the great golf related content that I bring to you guys every single day. Hopefully to help you raise your game, mainly to help you lower your handicap, but generally just to get you enjoying golf loads more. In today's video, I'm playing a couple of holes with Taylormade's flagship, expensive, premium, expensive iron. The Taylormade P790 Ti. Titanium? Ti? So guys, one thing you may have noticed here is that I hit 4 iron off the tee here on the 16th at Huddersfield Golf Club, and well, we've missed a fairway. But you can't really blame the club for that, can you? Because, well, I made the golf swing and I missed the fairway. Now, I've already done a review on these golf clubs, so if you do want to see a real in-depth review, talking about all the technology, talking about the tungsten weighting, talking about speed foam, all the rest, I think I've covered it all there actually. But I will link this video below so that you can see that. This is an on-course test, and I must say, one of the things that would kind of put me off this iron personally is the amount of offset. You can see here that we've missed this 4 iron off the tee left. To me, that's no real surprise, because if you do look at the amount of offset that these irons give, it's quite a bit. Okay, how far have we got left? 208 yards left in, so distance wise we can't really complain with that. This is quite a lengthy hole, so the 4 iron has served as well for distance off the tee. The reason I hit 4 iron realistically was because if I'm spending £2,500 near enough on a set of irons, I'm going to get my money's worth. I'm going to use them. Would you need a driver? Wedges? Putter? Money's worth. 208 yards from the numbers I was getting earlier. I'm confident 6 iron can get us there. Confident. I'm going to aim right side and just let that offset bring it back into the middle of the green. That's the plan. Oh, I tell you what, this could go in. This could go in. Get up. How much? I'd buy 2 sets. Buy 3. Oh. Now, one of the big reasons that I wanted to get these out on the golf course was because of how they felt in the studio, how they felt when I reviewed them. They felt very, very good. I'm not going to lie, I'm quite surprised as to how soft they could make these clubs feel. And obviously they perform pretty well as well, so I wanted to get them out here. I wanted to see, A, if they felt as good outside as they do inside, because obviously off a mat and in a simulator, sometimes you can get a bit of a false feeling. You can definitely get a false sound when you're inside. And the first 2 shots of it outside, it's a lovely autumnal evening here in Huddersfield as well, not a lot of noise, and just listen to that. Yeah, the sound and feel just as good as I anticipated. Actually, I'm a bit disappointed with that now because it's a little bit short, but from 208 yards, 208 yards, it's done all right. Now I'm just trying to think realistically in my head. Here's the pitch mark here as well, so it stopped fairly quickly. Again, it is autumn, it is a little bit soft underfoot, but stopping power there definitely hasn't proved to be an issue even out of the rough. Let's have a few putts. Again, they're expensive. Hopefully 1 putt. Let's see if we can make birdie, primarily with the P790 Ti irons. I wouldn't recommend it as a putter. When will you learn? Flag out! So it's definitely safe to say there that if you're trying to get your money's worth and using them off the tee and as a putter, off the tee okay, putter? No, no, no. So you see, one of the big questions that I kind of ask myself when looking at clubs like this, expensive clubs, premium clubs, is how do they make you feel? Obviously, you want them to perform differently, you want them to perform better than, say, the standard P790, but you also want them to make you feel different. Does that make sense? 198 yards. That's screaming 6-iron all day. This could be the perfect club for this distance. Not a breath of wind. No excuses not to make a 1, right? Ah, build it up a bit more, James, why don't you? Expectation levels. You see, now that was a miss-hit. And I'm not gonna lie, if you hit these clubs badly, if you don't hit them out the middle, yes, there's a little bit more forgiveness there than, say, some other clubs on the market, but they are not magic wands, they are not covered in pixie dust. It does not mean you are gonna go and hit every fairway, every green, and dramatically improve your game, because that doesn't happen. So, not a great golf swing. It didn't take a very good bounce, so all that money, and we have ended up here. And that does go to show that you can't buy a golf game, which we all know. You can't buy better scores. You can obviously get fitted, you can obviously get yourself into a position where you have the best clubs out there for you, they're fitted for you, you know that they're right, but you still have to put a golf swing on it, or you end up with this. And going back to the question I asked myself back there, how do they make you feel? Oh, be good. Go in. Oh! I guess it comes down to how they perform. Because if you spend all that money on golf clubs, you go PXG, you go Taylormade P790 Ti, you go Callaway Epic forged irons, you want to see performance, don't you? And I'm sure there's people out there who've had banter from the friends, who've been ridiculed, made fun of from the friends because they've spent all this money on golf clubs and they generally haven't played very well. I don't know if that put me off or not. Right, let's get the proper tools out for the job and try and save a par. Fist bump, that's the first putt we've made in a while, to be fair. Because would there be better things that you could spend your money on to help you improve your golf? Lessons, short game equipment, putters, balls, lessons. So let's play one more hole, and I'm going to describe to you how these irons are making me feel. And yeah, that's what we're going to do. Guys, remember, I want you to hit those comments below. How much would you spend on a set of irons? Do you have a budget? Do you go into it with what the best irons for you? Do you make sure you get them fitted and then get the best irons for you? Or do you go and get the cheapest irons possible and learn how to play with them, learn how to use them, and then hopefully hone your game round them? Anyway, 18th hole. That's it, big dog. Would you be better off spending that money on a driver that's perfectly fitted for you, goes further off the tee, and it guarantees you to hit a fairway? I mean, not that that exists, but it would be ideal, wouldn't it? Try and get one down there so we can send one of these expensive irons in for eagle. Oh yes, please. Where have you been all year? Gotta leave an iron in. And say, for example, you have got the budget for these irons and money isn't exactly a problem, so you just want to get the best golf equipment you can possibly get. I think driver was definitely the right play. But say, for example, money isn't an issue, you've got the budget, you know you can go and get some of these clubs, no problem. Would you go TaylorMade? Would you go P790 Ti? Would you go PXG? Would you go Callaway Epic Forge? There's so many irons on the market now that do offer Titleist concept as well. So many irons that offer this premium feel, premium price tag, premium performance. 180 yards downhill. Can't believe I'm saying this, but we're going 8-iron. Wow. But there's so many irons on the market now, whereas PXG used to have the market cornered in this premium bracket, but now, dare I say it, the other brands doing it better. See, generally all we're doing with this distance now is thinking what I would hit and going 2 clubs less, which is a nice feeling actually. Come on, middle of the green for Big Bird. Oh, I'll tell you what, this could even be big. Could be big. Middle of the green. That's another fist pump. I'll tell you one thing you need, guys, when you bring out these expensive irons, you need a towel. The last thing you want to do is let them get dirty. These are expensive, you know. Back there. So I'd just like to make that clear. I've I've just hit driver 8 iron into a par 5 and the 8 iron was 180 yards. Yeah, it was downhill, but 180 yards. 8 iron. And that's where I think a lot of people do love these irons and will love these irons. If you primarily want to hit the ball a lot further, you want more distance, you want explosive speed, you want pure unadulterated fun, then they're great. They are very, very good. Are they worth the money? I guess every answer for every different person is going to differ in that regard, isn't it? For Eagle, I mean, let's be fair, it's okay. 7 iron would have been better, wouldn't it? And again, I can see the pitch mark here, so the ball's pitched here. We're off a downslope as well, so it's actually done pretty well to stop there. That's one thing which would always worry me with these irons, with P790s, with i500s, with Callaway Epic Forge, with anything that's a low spin distance iron, stopping round the green, whereas these seem to do pretty well from experience. All 3 holes of it. Right, Eagle time. Alright, distance was good. So guys, that just about brings this video to an end. That was playing golf with Taylormade's potentially most expensive irons ever. Guys, hit those comments below, let me know what you thought. Did you enjoy the video, or would you like to try these irons? As always, if you've enjoyed that video, make sure you leave us a like, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any of the content. And as always, I'll see you tomorrow. Damn it. Par. 2.5 grand on irons, and you make a par.